Hey guys, it's Kim, aka Spartan Stitcher on Instagram, and I am back again with the end of 2021, beginning of 2022 WIP Parade. I know it's been a very long time since you've seen me. It's still going to be a long time after this video until I can make videos regularly again. But you know how I love stats and tracking progress and making goals. So I wanted to make this video for my own record keeping, and for those of you who can actually access the video, I will be putting this up as an unlisted video, so only those with the link can watch it instead of being public for now. Again, another 3 to 6 months until I start posting public videos again. So, let's get going and look at all the WIPs I started 2021 with and what happened to them, whether I got lots of good progress or there's even some UFOs. So, these are in order that I started them from oldest to newest. So my oldest WIP is Friends Forever by Ian Stokes. You know what this one looks like. It is now retired. I'll show you what I started the year with. It looked like that. So I started doing the diagonal pages. And my goal was 5 pages and like a partial. And I got those all done. This is 25 count Lugana. So let me see, there's the whole piece. I did not iron anything, so there's wrinkles. So 5 pages that equated to 40.3k thousand tent stitches. And my goal for 2022 is another 5 pages and a skinny. So we'll keep going diagonal pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the skinny is only like 10 stitches wide right here. So this is my oldest WIP. It's got a big goal of those 5 pages in the skinny. Alright, second oldest WIP is Kindred Spirits. This one I only worked once on, and it was just recently here in December. This is by Jody Bergsma. I don't have these pictures in order here. So here's how I started the year. And my goal is only 1 page, so I only have this additional page on it. Still on the scroll rods. This is 25 count, easy count. And there's the entire piece. So I only put 6,400 into it this year to get that 1 page. And I already had most of that white done on that page. So that's why it was only 6,400 stitches. Goal for next year is 2 pages. So this one isn't as, even though it's old, I started it 1 May of 2017. It's not as high priority as other ones. So, third WIP is Oh Baby, which is one of my finishes. So this was originally started 28 May 2017. My goal this year was to finish it, which was 5 full pages and 5 partial pages. I put in 40,300 tent stitches. So there's where I started it at the beginning of the year. And I know you've seen it before, but who doesn't want to see it again? Again, this is a cropped image. It's now retired. Artist is Gail Gash Taylor. It had a whole bunch of this green background on this side that I cropped out. And this is 25 count Lugana that it's on. Still not framed. Because life. My fourth WIP, Beauty and the Beast 2017. Art by Dana Kordick. Chart by Tilton Crafts. I started this 22 August 2017. I just said that, didn't I? My goal this year was 3 pages. I actually did 4. With this last page, I got done yesterday at like 9:30 in the evening. So here's where I started the year. So I just got this page done. And there we go. It is now just under 70% complete. and this will be my 2022 finish. So I'm using it for the 2020 or 22 and 2022 in full coverage fanatics, which I will need after I finish this one. It won't complete the challenge, so I will pull out another WIP to finish the challenge once Beauty and the Beast is done. Fifth WIP, Sunday Delight by Randall Spangler. I started this one 7 December 2017. Let me see. Here's what I started the year looking like. So I had all the partial pages done and like 2/3 of the way through the bowl of ice cream. I did 3 pages, which was my goal. My goal for 2022 is 3 more pages. 25 count Lugana. And there we go. So that's actually 4 pages to finish the row. So I won't quite finish the row this year, but still a fun piece to work on. So that is Sunday Delight. That was 19,110 stitches this year. A Summer Ball. This one, the goal changed throughout the year. I was originally only going to do a page and a half and then do another page and a half in 2022 to finish it. And after I finished Oh Baby and I saw how my daily stitches, just doing a little bit every day, really added up, I decided to start working on A Summer Ball daily. I believe that was April 1st I started it. So it was halfway done at the beginning of this year. This design is by Sandy Littlejohns of Cross Stitch Arts. I'm going to have to pull up the link to buy this chart. This is 28 count Monaco. It is 2/2 because there are fractional stitches and back stitching. So I don't think I can. There you go. There's the whole thing. And then I'll go up close so you can see. So that's about what I had started the year with. And then I did all of this in 2021. And this is charted in Anchor, stitched in Anchor. So I know some people do convert it to DMC. The other piece I stitched of hers, Victorian Christmas Eve, I stitched in DMC. This one I wanted to do in Anchor. Really enjoy the Anchor, had no problems with it whatsoever. So that was my 6th WIP. My 7th was a Trick or Treat, which I started 18 October 2018. And in 2020 I had finished all the black, and then I finished one partial page there at the bottom right hand corner. So that's where I started the year with. I'll show you what it looks like. This is artwork by Randall Spangler. And my goal was 2 full pages and 1 more partial underneath it. And I actually did 3 full pages and 2 partials. So I now have 3 full pages and 3 partials done. Just trying to get things ready this way. This is 25 count Lugana. Remember I did all the black extreme cross country first. I can't get this whole thing in the picture, so we'll have to scroll up. Really love working on this piece. It is big in confetti though. And there's a close-up of what I worked on this year. Really love those pumpkins. I got dragling now. And so next year my goal is 1 more. I'm sad. My goal is only 1 page and 1 partial. So we'll see if I exceed my goal like I did this year, because my goal is only to do 1 more page and 1 partial right there. But that'll get me a second dragling. So that is Trick or Treat. Things are getting messy over there. Next is Big Red Ship of Life. This is my first UFO. Here's apparently I had already exceeded, I think this is where I started 2021. So I had already started into that page, which, yeah. And I can't show you a picture of the pattern because I have loaned out my pattern to Jenny of Long Dog Stitcher. She adopted an old WIP from a stitcher and didn't have all the patterns, so I loaned it out since I've UFO'd this for reasons. This is the one I started 11 December 2018, right after we moved to North Dakota, and I was going to stitch it up during the time we were in North Dakota. I'm in Michigan now. The girls and I moved to Michigan in June of this year, towards the end of June. So this is now a UFO for reasons I won't discuss. And I completed 2 pages this year. I don't know what's going to happen to this. This is stitched on 28 count mushroom even weave by MCG Textiles using DMC 3808. So for right now, I just put it away because I don't live in North Dakota anymore. And who wants to stitch on a piece that makes you mad because of associated emotions? Next WIP was 4 Seasons Sale by Modern Folk Embroidery. I started this 20 February 2019. My goal for 2021 was only 5 days. It was not a priority. I completed those 5 days. I'm considering for 2022 to try to finish it. Just do a little bit each month. So I already had the winter block done. In those 5 days, I did all this border work on, I believe, what's going to be the spring block. This is 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself using DMC Ecru floss. So there's a close up of that one. WIP number 10, Supersized Color Expansion Museum Shelf by Amy Stewart. Again, I'm cropping out the outer gold frame. My goal this year was 4 full and 4 partial pages. Let me see if I can. It's really killing me that these pictures aren't in order. Here's what I started the year with. So right halfway along that red rope. And I got those 4 full and 4 partial pages done. That was 39,410 stitches. My goal for this next year, 2022, is 4 more full pages and partial pages. So, there you go. You can see the entire piece so far. Do a close up. This has 125 colors. So here's where I started the year. I did all of this. It was really fun to get into the Egyptian section because I've never seen anybody work on that corner yet. So we will continue to, we'll continue to work on 4 full and partial pages there. And WIP number 11 was Witchy Tea Time. This is by The Primitive Hare. It was in an issue of Just Cross Stitch Halloween. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. Here's my starting point for 2021. My goal was to finish it, and I did. This is, I believe, on 32 count. It's Linen in Salem by Color and Cotton. And I did change the colors on these. I used my own, one of my grandma's old variegated flosses for the orange, one of her flosses for the green. I ran out of the orange and started using, I believe it was Gassed Butter Crunch, towards the bottom, the oranges in the bottom. And then other changes I made, some of the letters in Witchy Tea Time had some of the green in them, and I didn't care for how it looked, so I just made it all black. This middle witch did not have the lines to be the back support of her chair, so I added those. And also the chart did not have legs to her chair, so I put those in myself as well. Tried to make it similar to the other ladies. So that is Witchy Tea Time. Another one I need to get finished. I put in 3,800 or so stitches, full stitches into that one. WIP number 12 is Santa Sampler by Cooler Design Studios. You can get it on their website or in this book, 555 Christmas Cross-Stitch Designs. It looks like that. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of where I started. So I only had 4 Santas done. That light is annoying, isn't it? There you go. I had 4 Santas done at the beginning of the year. My goal was only 5 days. I actually put in 6 days, or about 2,000 stitches. This is on 28 count gingerbread Lugana by Picture This Plus. So I added the candy cane, the heart, the little blue balloon thing, the bells there in the corner, and this Santa. So that was 2,000 stitches. The fabric is a little darker than what it appears right now. It's just getting blown out. So that's a fun piece. Just lots of, you know, you think it's lots of color changes, but compared to a full coverage piece, it's not really. It's just different. The next WIP is Half-Blood Prince. Artwork by Daniel Kordick. Chart by Tilton Crafts. I'm trying to do 2 things at once to pull up pictures. Where is it? Here we go. Started this on Return to Hogwarts Day, 1 September 2019. My goal was to do 2 pages, and I did 2 pages. So that's where I started the year. I put 10,210 stitches into it. So I did the last page on this row and this page down here. This is done on 25 count, easy count. I believe there's 35 colors in this one. And my goal for next year on that is 2 more pages. WIP number 14, Templar Prophecy by Long Dog Samplers. I started this on Friday the 13th, September 2019. My goal for 2021 was only to do 1 page, which I accomplished. Let's see, where is it? So I had just passed the tree done. I'm using an old Stitcher's floss on this, 3 different colors of blues. So there we go. I only did 1 page, but I enjoyed stitching up the village down there. And then what I'm doing, let me fold this up so you can see. I don't like on the pattern how it flips to the reverse. So you'll see here, you stitch all the dark and the negative space is the white. The same thing up here. So I played around with the pattern and I made it so you're not stitching the reverse. So we'll see how it turns out. But so far, I like it. I haven't set a goal for this one. How much do you think I should do next year? Another page? We'll see. My problem is, like in my goal setting video that I did a little over a year ago, you look at everything that's happening in your real life to set your goals. And there's a lot of unknowns in my real life. I have a job now, so it's hard to know. Like I met all my goals, exceeded some of my goals this year, but I also had 4 UFOs. It's really hard for me to judge and set realistic goals for 2022. So I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants You know, I'm focusing on my goals for my full coverage, and my non-full coverage, I really don't know what kind of goals to set. The next UFO, Star Wars, this is Mystic Stitch, artwork by Andrew Reed. You cannot get this on her website anymore. I only have the paper copy. I had spent hours putting it into my pattern keeper, and for reasons I won't discuss, it is now a UFO. Who knows what'll happen to it later. I put in, so I started this 30 December 2019, and even though before I UFO'd it, I put in just under 5,000 stitches on it, 10 stitches on it this year. So there's where it started the year. Oops, dropped something. Again, 25 count, easy count. I've got more than this page, more than halfway done. So, and this one, it doesn't look like there's that many colors, but there is over 80 colors in it. Let's see. Card Sharp was my next WIP. I started this 16 June 2020. Let me find it. I had only, no, that's not it. I should pause. I had started it with just one page done and a little more. Seriously. One page. Let me show you what it looks like. Here's what the design is. I'm out of practice, you know? It's been months. Artwork by Omar Rayan. I am stitching this one on 28 count. Easy count. My goal was one page. I got one page done. My goal for next year, I forgot to write down. It's either 1 or 2 pages. So that is Card Sharp. And the next WIP was QS Wizard 4, artwork by Stephen Paul Carlson. I started this on 1 October 2020. My goal this year was to finish it, and finish it I did. So I started it with just his, or started the year with just his head done. I believe this is 28 count Jolin. Just a piece that I've had forever. So he is wrinkled but done. 14 colors in this one. Non-full coverage piece. So really fun. Reminds me of my Greyhound Coda that passed away back in 2014. So that is QS Wizard 4. I believe the Haid guys are still doing the reward program every other month. So I think sometime here in 2022 you can submit your finishes for the past 2 years as long as you haven't modified the chart. Like, oh baby, I cropped it so I cannot get a reward chart for finishing that one. But QS Wizard 4, I did complete as, you know, charted. So I should be able to get a free QS as a reward for that one. So I've been looking at the website to consider my options. Alright, the next one is my third UFO for the year. This is Odin. Xana Cross Stitch is the shop. It is Pattern Keeper compatible, but I don't think it's licensed. And I started it with one page done. There's only 9 colors in this one. Before I UFO'd it, I put in 4,400 stitches. My goal this year was one page. I did complete. No, I did not complete that page. So there we go. I started this one 6 October 2020. Really love the pattern. Would love to finish it, but emotions. So It is a UFO for the time being. My next piece is packed away because I finished it, but I can pull up a picture for you. Halloween Rules by Lizzie Kate. I started this 15 October 2020. And here's where I started the year. I had 3 rules done. My goal was to finish it, and I did. So let me pull up a picture, because I fully finished it, had it ready for Halloween, and that's what it looks like. I bought this piece of wood from Michael's, I believe, and stretched it over foam core board. Just used some cotton zigzag fabric, stretched that over the wooden board. Used Aleene's tacky glue, and then more Aleene's tacky glue to put the two together. And again, that's 28 count Monaco, tea-dyed Monaco 1/1, so the whole thing is only about 13 inches high. Much smaller than my Christmas rules, which was on 28 count over 2 instead of over 1. So that is Halloween Rules. I put in 6,600 full stitches on it this year. So my last UFO for the year is Chocolate Heart. It's out of this magazine, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, issue January, February 1995. I started this one 22 October 2020. I did not work on it at all this year. And this way. I'm not sure what the fabric is. It's not Lugana. Might be Jubilant. 28 count. There's a whole lot of Krynic that goes in here, and I think I subbed out for a petite treasure braid. So lots of beads, lots of fractional stitches, because all the little wrappers around each of the chocolates is fractional stitches using a metallic, whatever metallic you want to use, and then lots and lots of back stitch. So did not work on that this year. I will say that I have another month until I'm taking this off. So yeah, I'm not going to be working on lovey-dovey piece for the time being. First start for 2021 was a Galaz, which is I forgot the name of the, luckily I have the chart right here. What a Gala by Crafty Like a Fox. Their Etsy shop is a little bit different name. I can link that below. And I customized this chart. I changed the colors to make it look like some galas that I follow on YouTube from Bird Tricks. So I changed their colors because galas are not always the same shades of pink and gray. This is a 28 count Monaco that I had that you bought from the store, this shade of blue. So I also changed the color of the branch. The branch was going to be another gray. I was like, branches are brown. So this was a fun little piece. Like I said, I started it this year. I finished it this year. I did not keep track of all my stitches on it because I was focusing more on the changes that I was making. So I turned 40 years old this year. My birthday start was this Paris kit by, I want to pronounce it Tia Gouvner, but I think she pronounces it Thea. So this was a kit that I bought a couple years ago. I only worked on it on my birthday. It's really stiff Aida, so I just kind of crumpled it because I'm hoping the more I handle it, the softer it gets. So only one day's work, like 150 stitches maybe. And that is in the Sacre-Cœur. So I did a middle start on this one, so that's right in there. Need to get more of that done. Again, I haven't set a goal. In October 25th, I started, I'm going to have to pull up pictures of these ones because I haven't printed out pictures. Or I go to my pattern keeper and show you the mock-up. Story Keep, What Lies Within by Lisa Parker. This one. And I decided to do all the black first because I really enjoyed it on Trick or Treat, and the way that it's on this chart, it flows really well, the same kind of way as on Trick or Treat. So I worked on this for a week in October. Started at 25 October and got 5,410 stitches done. Can't wait to get back to this one. When one door closes, don't look back at it. Look at the doors that open and see what lies within. And then I would, feeling crazy, I started 2 more Hades, supersize Hades. The first one is Supersize Max Color Animal Totem by Ciro Marchetti. This one. And I started it over here by the horse because my oldest daughter, who's 9 years old now, is very horse crazy. And I'm stitching this one sideways to fit it on my scroll rods. Move my threads. I only put in 3,000 stitches. This is 28 count, easy count. So you can see the circle that goes around the horse's eye. So I started over here in the background and filled that in order to start, reach over to the horse. So that is Supersize Max Color Animal Totem. I started that one 8 November 2021. I really haven't set a goal. I'm hoping to get a page done on these new ones. For What Lies Within, I want to get all the black done for 2022. I can't remember how many stitches that is. Let me look. I can even highlight them for you so you can see. Okay. I have almost 19,000 more black stitches remaining on that one. So you can see how it looks really cool. Animal Totem, I'm hoping for a page next year. I say this year. It's 2022 now. And then my last start for the year was a supersized A Confabulation of Dragons. Now, the side note for this one, here's the mock-up. I have split this one into 3 panels. So imagine a line going right up here. So everything on this side is panel 1, and that's what I started first. So between this little urn thing and the dog's tail is where I put a line, and this is panel 1. And then from that line through this branch, you got panel 2 and panel 3. So it's going to create like a little triptych, in 20 years when I finish it, or more. So that's what I started. I think I only put 5 days on this one because my new job and I was exhausted. 3,210 stitches. This is 25 count, easy count. And that's my start so far. So that's the top left corner. So hoping to get a page finish on this one in 2022 as well. So if you're paying attention, I got 6 finishes in 2021. Oh Baby, Halloween Rules, Witchy Tea Time, A Summer Ball, QS Wizard 4, the Greyhound, and the little Galaz piece. I had 5 new starts this year. 3 of them were... 3 of them? No. 2 of them were supersized pieces, plus this little story keep. I had 7 no stitching days in 2021, which is good considering what happened to, in my life to only have 7 no stitching days. We did move, and again, like I said, I started a new job. I did stitch more on full coverage this year than I did in 2020. I think in 2020 I had like 100, when you convert all the tent stitches to full cross by dividing by 2, and you add it all up and add it to like a summer ball, which is full cross. This past year I stitched 146,000 full coverage stitches. 2020 I stitched 133. But for non-full coverage in 2021 I had over 36,000. In 2020, I had 62,000. So you can see I didn't stitch as much non-full coverage this year, which equated to more full coverage progress. I'm ending the year with 15 WIPs. 11 of those are full coverage pieces. And I got 32 full pages done. This is just in full coverage pieces. 32 pages and 12 partial pages on my full coverage pieces this year. My goal, if you add up all my goals for my full coverage pieces for 2022, I'm only aiming for, I think, 27 full pages, and I forgot how many partials. We'll see. Well, I'll reevaluate in end of June to see if I need to stretch some of my goals or reduce my goals. Since I have a full-time job now, I'm really only stitching those 3 hours in the evening after my girls go to bed. And my job isn't physically exhausting, but it's a mental challenge. So I don't have the brain space. And I'm just tired. So it's not that stitching is hard, it's that my brain is tired. So we'll see what my 2022 progress looks like. In terms of a new year, new start, I'm thinking of starting this one. This is Afternoon in Paris by Country Cottage Needleworks, because I only have 4 non-full coverage pieces right now. Gotta start more non-full coverage. And this is a cute little, cute little piece. Should be fun to stitch. I do have, I don't know what fabric this is. Looks like more of that blue Monaco. It's not a piece that I dyed, I can tell that. So I think it's that 28 count Monaco. So I may start that tonight once I clean up all my mess. The other piece I'm going to start this year, maybe sometime later this month. One more full coverage piece because, you know, we need more full coverage. Let me show you the mock-up. U.S. Travel Shelf by Amy Stewart. So that'll be a fun piece to work on. I haven't decided yet what corner to start in, or what, you know, I don't have to start in the corner if you looked at Animal Totem. So I'll have to pick a spot to start. So I'll be starting that one and using it for some of the full coverage Fanatics events. Hold on just a second. Pause. Okay, the only life update I am going to give you. My girls are doing really well. You know, the move is hard, going from a really great Air Force neighborhood on a base. I'm living right now with my parents here in Michigan, in the town that I was born and raised. And when summer was almost over, I started looking for jobs, trying to find someone who would hire me for a managerial type job, for someone who hasn't worked in almost 11 years. And my skills are in aircraft maintenance, you know, supervising how jets are being fixed, managing fleet health of our airplanes, making sure the air crew have what they need to fly their missions. So I applied to, like, I think 5 or 6 different companies. Only one looked at my resume and took a chance and actually called to talk to me. And after talking to me, they're like, yeah, we want to have an actual interview with you, which we did over the internet instead of in person. And I am proud to say that I have been working with this company since the middle of October, doing extremely well. Love my job. Everything that I know in aircraft maintenance translates completely to my new job, which is the transportation industry. I am a rental management trainee for Penske, so I am dealing with trucks instead of jets. Managing the health of our truck fleet, making sure they get the maintenance when they need, working with the service department when trucks go down for our customers, supporting our customers, our lease, long-term lease customers if they need a substitute vehicle, renting out trucks not only to your average consumer who's moving, but to many, many businesses that use our trucks all the time for their needs. And like I said, managing your fleet health, taking care of the customers, making sure that you have the right truck in the right location, because along with our branch here, we're also in charge of 10 different agent locations. Those are other businesses that rent trucks as a side hustle, if you will, like Home Depot, other hardware stores, storage places. There's a floral shop that also rents trucks, an equipment rental place that rents trucks. And so they can make reservations, and we have to make sure we have the right truck for those customers for those reservations. And for the month of November, my first full month there, I ranked number 1 out of 49 rental employees in the state of Michigan and Ohio. I don't know how I did it, being my first full month, but on the scorecard that they email out like 2 weeks after the month is over, I was ranking number 1. So apparently I'm doing something right, and I really enjoy my job. I enjoy it. Like I said, it is a mental challenge to make it all work and figure out how to hike or move these trucks around every day. But I love it, and my girls are doing well in school, so everyone gets through tough times, and you just got to keep moving forward instead of looking back. So I hope everyone has a good 2022. Again, I hope to see you regularly in about 3 to 6 months once I start, once something else happens and I can post public videos again. So Happy New Year, everybody, and happy stitching. Bye.